Hello, it's me again. Today I'm going to show you the project that I've been working for the last 2 years. I always wanted to improve the handling of my car. And to do that, I bought almost every product that is said to improve the handling of my car. That's including strut bar, lower bar, and whatever bar. Okay. This project was delayed for many times because of funding issues. But not a problem. Today I'm going to show you what I installed here and how it works. A member brace board. Let's install it. Let's say this is your subframe under your car. It was designed to be flexible, which is not a bad thing. Why? Because this one is designed to give you comfort during driving on bumpy road or uneven road. But this part, the subframe assembly reinforcement or the member brace, will bolt under here and make it thicker, so this become stiff and more rigid. Well, in theory, this should provide the exactly same geometry when you are cornering or you are driving on bumpy or uneven road. How it works? Let's check it. I'll prove it. So the test runs as usual. I drive at 25 to 30 kilometers an hour and make a sudden jerky turn. Well, to be honest, I don't want to do a real moose test here because it's too risky for me and I don't have enough space actually to recover in case something went wrong with the test. But this should reflect what happens when you install the reinforcement for the subframe assembly, the front member brace, when you are doing it at higher speed. Now let's see the result. The attack speed, apex speed, and exit speeds are all higher compared to before I used the brace. Why? Because I have more confidence. And to make things more interesting, let's see the G-force. The G-force is actually lower. That means the car understeers less. Why it's higher? First, it's impossible to fix the car at 25 here because my speedometer is analog and I cannot focus to see my speed on the application. So yeah, I drive a little bit higher. And second, I was very confident with the car with that member brace installed. Why? The car feels better in handling. And that's the result. 3 kilometers an hour higher, although I try to match the exact speed. And remember it, why I can be so confident, because this is my third or fourth run with this front member brace installed. So I try to do it several times and my confidence gradually increases. However, there is a problem with this. Let's check the vibration because I can feel it. For the vibration test, I have a trusted road near my home where I can drive around 40 kilometers an hour and hit a tiny speed bump in there. At that speed, there is a consistent vibration pattern that I can feel with the car. So yeah, I think that should be okay. And then I record the result on the application that's called vibrometer. And from there, I can read the vibration magnitude on the graph here. By analyzing it frame by frame, I can determine which wheel vibrates, front wheel or the rear wheel. So I believe that will show you the effect of this front member brace when I isolate the result only from the front wheel. And as expected, the car actually produces more vibration when it hits a speed bump. Yeah, because the underbody is now very rigid. It's no longer flexes. I can feel the jolt when I enter a ramp. I mean, when my left wheel or my right wheel enters a ramp, I can feel the jolt. The car jolted even more. But yeah, sorry I didn't produce any comparison video for that because I didn't expect it to happen. but yeah, I can assure you, you'll feel more jolt. But if you love spirited driving or sporty driving, you'll really appreciate this, because you see already the G-force was lower with this, so you'll feel like, your car will handle better, and that means less understeer overall. So yeah, it's perfectly good for me and you who love spirited driving, because if you don't love spirited driving, I don't think you'll watch this video in the first place, right? But for your grandma, this can be undesirable. Even my mom complained that the car is too unstable to her likings, which is technically, yes, inherently unstable, but technically the chassis is more stable. So I guess for you, your take will be like, either you take it or leave it. You cannot be like, oh, I want to have a car that is slightly more stable in terms of chassis, but slightly inherently unstable. No, take it or leave it. If you like it, keep it. If you don't use it. For me, I love it. So I guess that's it. Bye-bye.